Linda here again with you from Gunlet Lane Jewellery. This week we're going to be working on a cuff bracelet. It's the one I showed you previously in another video. If you're new to the channel, I showed this in a previous video, and I had a few requests to make this particular cuff bracelet, which looks absolutely beautiful. And I'll just take this one off that I've got on here and show you. There you go. So if you'd like to learn to make that cuff bracelet, then stay with me. And also too, I'll be announcing the date for the giveaway. So yeah, that's at the end of the video. So stay watching till the end of the video and I'll announce that date. Okay, I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, back with you. So we're going to get started. So what you're going to need is some 18 gauge wire, and we're going to be using a piece of cardboard. Now there's two sizes here. Now if you've got a small wrist, I would suggest you use something this size. I'm sure wherever you are you have a gift card thing that is this size. I'll just give you the measurement on it so you just in case it's not the same size. So this one is 13 and a half centimeters, which is what is that, 5 4/8. I think that's right, 5 4/8, that one. That's if you've got a smaller wrist. Now if you've got a larger wrist, which I would say would be anything from say 18 centimeters, which is about a 7-inch wrist, so anything over a 7-inch wrist, then this is the size you would need. So in centimeters, that is 15 and a half centimeters, and what's that, almost 6 2/8. I think I've got that right, 6 2/8, yeah. So that's the size piece of cardboard that you're going to need. So we're going to be working on this one. I'll do it on the larger size. And I've just cut a little, you know, slice in that there so that it'll hold your wire when you're starting off. So we've got our piece of wire. Just grab my cutters. And just going to flush cut that. And then just unravel some wire off your reel. You need to leave it on the reel because we don't know how much we're going to be using. So you want to leave roughly, let me see now. Just grab my tape measure again so you can see. Say about 4.5 inches, which is about roughly 11 centimeters, 11.5 centimeters. There is a tail. And we're just going to pop that inside that thing. You don't have to, you know, just pop it in and just give it a little bend to get it started. Now all we're going to do is just wrap. So this is a little bit difficult to do on camera. So what I'm going to do is just show you this part here, and then I'll stop the video and I'll come back when I've got it wrapped. But you're just going to wrap it around. And for you, it's probably easy if you turn the card, but for me to try and turn this card underneath the camera, I'll just be hitting it, the camera all the time. So we're just going to wrap like that. Around there. Just like that. And I will come back when I've wrapped mine and also let you know how many times I wrapped around. So I'll see you shortly. Just back for a sec. I forgot to mention too, you need to have a slit at the bottom as well to hold your wire in there. Otherwise it's just going to keep wanting to fly off the side of your card there. So yeah, just slit top and bottom and you'll be fine. Okay, back with you. So I've gone around and I've done 12 wraps around, and I've also cut it to the same length at the other end, so the 11.5 centimeters and whatever that was that I said in inches. So we're just going to take it off the cardboard now. Just fold those flaps in and you should be able to take it off quite easily. And then just keep that again if you're going to make something else, you know, another sort of bracelet like this. All right, so we just wanted to get these together. Now, I would normally anneal this, but I haven't done this one. Don't ask me why, I just didn't. I always think of these things when I get halfway through. Anyway, we're just going to gather those together. And I've shown you this in a previous video when we did the focal for another bracelet, which was a smaller one. So just, you don't have to get these exactly, you know, perfect. You just sort of want them roughly in a little pile. You can use your pliers if you need to, just to bring them in a bit closer. Of course, remember when you're doing freeform, not perfect. So we're just going to take the tail and wrap that through. And this is much easier if you pre-anneal. And you can also, what was I thinking of? Wrap as many times as you want around here. It's just a personal preference. And try and keep that. As I said, this is much easier for wires pre-annealed. I don't know why I didn't do that. Okay, I'm going to cut it off there. Just leaving a little bit so I can tuck it in to the inside of my bracelet here. I'll just get that a bit straighter. It's also awkward to do under the camera. I know I always say that, but it really is. There we go. Now where's my end? There it is. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. And then we do the same thing at the other end. Now this end's going to be a little bit harder. If it was pre-annealed, it wouldn't be quite as hard, but so we're just going to get those together as best you can. Squash those ones down. Try and get your pliers up to squash this one down as well. All right, I'm going to have to go off camera and do this because I can't get the right angle with my pliers. But I'm just going to squash these wires down. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, back with you. So I've got it all sorted. And yeah, I've got those ends up there nice. So it's just a matter of, you know, playing around with your pliers to get that nice and straight. So now we're going to come up from behind this one and wrap. Making sure you pull that in nice and tight. You can use your pliers, pull it in tight. and just finish the wrapping. I'll just count how many times I did it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's this, the third one? That's 4. I'll bring that last bit up and over. And cut that off, just leaving enough that you can tuck it towards the inside of your band there, so we don't get any scratchy bits. There we go. So that's what it should be looking like so far. Not very attractive at the moment, but we'll make it look nice. Now you can shake this a little bit. Just using your hands like that. Okay, now we're going to grab our pliers again. And we're going to start twisting these, bending these wires in, and you can bend it, you know, as much as you like, just grabbing each wire individually, pulling it across. You sort of don't want to have any straight wires at all. And this takes a little bit of playing around with. I find myself doing this for quite a long time, just going back over it. You know, after I've got the initial shape, I go in and bend some more, or twist some more, whatever, whichever word you want to use. Coming up the other end, doing the same thing. Okay, it's got a little bit out of shape up there, so just fix that up. I wish this was easier to do under the camera to get the right angle. It's just very hard. Oops. There we go. Push that one in a bit tighter. Hopefully hold on to it better. So just try and make sure that you get these in nice and tight so that it does hold on. I've got my little end poking out there, so get these ones in nice and tight so your wire doesn't move around. I didn't get mine in tight enough. Do that on both ends. Okay. So just going to twist these wires in. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go off camera here now, and you've seen what I've been doing. I'm going to finish doing all the twisting. As I said, you can twist it as much as you like. So I'll come back when I've got it all twisted the way that I want it. Okay, back with you. So this is what mine ended up looking, and then as I said, it's just by bending all the wires. I could spend way more time playing around with this, but I'm not going to. So now we need our block and our rubber hammer. And we're just going to lightly, this is just to lock everything in place, like set the wires. So we're just going to lightly hammer that. On both sides. See, there's quite a few straight wires there. You can be a bit straight sometimes, I guess. And a bit bent others. I am. Okay. So you'll feel that when you feel it's a lot firmer. So now you need to shape it. So I like to shape it on my wrist. So I'll just take my other cuff off there and pop it on your wrist. Actually, I don't. I'm telling lies. I start shaping it by hand. This takes a little bit of strength, but not too much. And if your wires are nailed, it's even easier. So we're just going to get initial bends in it. Take it up like that and give it a bend. Okay, then you can pop it on your wrist and you can finish bending it from there. So just bend that in a little bit more on that side, turn it around and bend it on the other side. That's how I find that the easiest way to do it, because you're getting the shape of your wrist. And if you're making it for somebody else, I'm not sure how you do it for somebody else, actually. I mean, you couldn't say, come here and give me your wrist, especially if it's a customer and, you know, if they've ordered something online or whatever. But you could just do it the back, and then you could tell them that once they place it on their wrist, they can just mould it in. That's how I'd probably do it. I haven't sold one of these yet, so I hadn't thought about that side of it. Yeah, but then they can just mould it into their wrist to fit. So I want to bend these ends over a little bit more. Where's my pliers gone? So I'm just going to grab the end of that quite firmly and just bend that end in. And the same on the other side. I'm going to go from this way. Then just pop back on your wrist and see if it's comfortable and sitting the right way. That's quite comfortable on me. Take that off. Now from here, we're going to add our, add our focal onto it. So I've got a ruby zoisite. So you just choose a side that you like the best. This one's got the most of the magenta colour in it, so I'm going to use that side. And I've got a piece. See, now I thought ahead on this one and I pre-annealed this wire. So I'm just going to unravel it and give you a measurement on it. Okay, take measure. All right, that one's about, say, 47 centimetres which would be 18.5 inches. Okay, I've just got to get this wire straightened out now so that I can thread the bead onto it. If I can find my straighteners, got them. Okay, we'll see if that's straight enough. I'm just going to thread that on. Find the middle. Okay, there we go. That's close enough there. Okay, from here we're just going to bend one end that way and the other one end that way. So it looks like that. Try and get them in as close as you can to the bead. There we go. And that side's right. I'm just got to get this side right. Okay. And then from here we're just going to twist it. So you've got, sort of got like one following the other, but I'm going to bring this one around. And that one over the top and underneath. So you're just following it around and twisting as you go. This annealed wire is so much easier to work with than normal copper wire. I just want to see how that's looking there. And don't worry if your bead's loose in the middle. Once it's sitting on your band, it's not going to move around. Okay, this one here. Now I'm just going to leave that one there and bring this one around. The back. And just try and get those two tails parallel, you know. Is that parallel? Oh gosh, my brain's not working. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So they're going in the same direction. And then we're just going to attach it to our... I've got to work out which way this is better to hold while I'm on camera. Okay, so I'm going to grab my... Where's my... Oh. I'm going to make a little gap there. It stays open. Oh, it's not going to stay open for me. Ah. I want to go in at least 3 or 4 wires wide. And it doesn't matter if you bend these out a little bit. I'm going to bend mine like that. So that if you just try and do it on 1 or 2 even, it'll probably pull apart. So at least 3 wires. Grab my pliers here and come up through that hole. I know I'm making this look harder and more awkward than it is, but guys, it's just because I'm on camera and I can't get the right angles to do things. Frustrates me no end. Getting a cramp in my thumb there, holding onto this piece up here so tight. I'm making a big mess of this. I might have to go off camera and do this. You get the idea of what I'm doing. Hopefully you do. Oh, I just can't get it in tight enough. So I'll come back when I've got this one done. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, I realised what I was doing wrong as soon as I went off camera. So what you need to do is on this piece here is actually get an awl or what, you know, whatever you've got. You need to needs to be wire wrapped onto the wire that's, you know, on here. I'm not explaining this very well. I'm sorry. So you need to make a gap there as well, so you can get through the back of your band and come up between those wires there, if you can see that. So this is going to be a little bit harder now because my wire is work hardened a little bit. I'm going to do my best to get this where I want it to go. This wire was so nice and pliable before, but once I unpulled it and figured out what I needed to do, it's, yeah, work hardened up quite a bit. There we go. We're getting there, getting there, getting there. Except that one's way out of whack there. You know what, I'm going to deal with him in a minute. So you need to get that around at least twice. And where are my cutters? Cut that off. And tuck that in. Now for this guy here, I'm going to try and pull him in a bit. And squish him down. Tuck him in. There's always something you can do. Just as long as it looks nice in the end. And the other side should already be hooked in from when we crossed over. That's what made me realise I hadn't done it on that side there. So again, just make a gap down through there. And bring your wire up. Oops. Now I could go around one more time, but because I've only got 2 wraps on that side, I'll leave it just as 2 wraps on this side as well. Just get that wire in nice and tight. So you can wrap there as many times as you want, 2, 3 times, whatever. Yeah, whatever you feel like. Or whatever you like the look of. Just getting that in nice and tight. Now hopefully I've got him in the middle. I didn't check that. I should have. I don't know where my brain is today, goodness. No, he's right to the side. Look at that. No, Linda, you idiot. Not sure if I can slide that along. Make sure you've got it in the middle. All right, I'm going to go camera and fix this. I suppose you could have something different to have it on the side, couldn't you? Yeah, that'll look great. All right, I'll be back in a moment. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm back. I managed to get this focal put on into the center just by sliding it up. I sort of had to loosen one side and then just be able to move it up. So if you don't get yours on straight, just loosen up one side a little bit and you can push it up and then fix it into place. Now it's going to add more to this bracelet. I want to show you something else I wanted to do with it, but I've decided since we've got our giveaway coming up that I would do it in the giveaway, do the extra stuff that I was going to add to it. We'll do it in that. So as far as the giveaway goes, we've got a calendar up here in front of me now. So I was thinking the 29th of March, but I've decided we'll go to the 1st of April, which is a normal Monday video day. So yeah, the 1st of April. You need to be at the live to be eligible for the giveaway. What else do I want to say about that? Yeah, you just need to be there at the live. Share it with your friends if you'd like to. They'd like to come along, but they need to be subscribed to my channel to be able to participate. And, well, also anybody else watching this needs to be subscribed. There at the live, I showed in my last video what I was going to be giving away. And I think that's all I can think of at the moment. There's probably more. There always is. I always think of it later. But as I said, we'll finish this one off in the live. And so I hope to be able to see you all there on the 1st of April. That would be just wonderful. And that's all for me for this week. So everybody have a good one. And I'll see you all at the live. Bye.